Harry does some gardening. Today, Harry is going to tend to the garden. Maddie says that she's going to pop out for a minute and meet some friends. Harry says he will finish all of the work in the garden if Maddie brings him his favourite sweets. Maddie agrees, and Harry rushes upstairs to change into his gardening clothes. Maddie is ready to go out. See makeup. Lots of makeup. Harry comes downstairs just as Maddie is closing the gate. Harry pulls on his glittery silk gardening gloves and zips up his Barbie pink parka. Can you think of a word to describe Harry? I can. Harry goes down to the end of the garden and looks under a log. Harry has found a slow worm. Clever Harry.
Cooey!
Yells a voice from the other side of the fence. Harry turns around to see Mrs. Ponting, his next-door neighbour. Mrs. Ponting is from Australia. See the dangling corks?
Hello, Mrs. Ponting,
says Harry.
Look what I've found.
Harry shows Mrs. Ponting the slow worm. Mrs. Ponting is shocked. She says that she often finds them in her garden, but she's never found one as large as Harry's before. Harry lets the slow worm go. Mrs. Ponting invites Harry to hop over the fence and look in her greenhouse.
Look,
she says.
These are my Citrulus lanatus. They've been judged best at the county fair.
Harry is surprised. At the bottom of Mrs. Ponting's garden, Harry sees a tree.
Is that a Prunus domestica?
He asks.
Only Maddie's been looking to get one for a couple of years.
Mrs. Ponting says that it is Mr. Ponting's tree, but that he would let Maddie come around and sample one before he gave her a sapling. Harry looks at his watch. Can you tell the time? Harry can't.
I've got to go, Mrs. Ponting. Only I promised Maddie that I'd tidy the garden for her when she was out. She said she'd give me some sweets if I did.
Harry mows the lawn, picks up the leaves and trims the hedge. He is halfway through pruning his topiary when he hears the gate swing open.
Hello, dear,
groans Maddie.
Have you been working hard?
Maddie hasn't. See the lack of cognitive function. Sense the danger.
Well,
says Harry,
I went down to the garden and showed Mrs. Ponting my legless lizard. She said she often sees them, but none as big as that. Then I climbed over the fence and she showed me her melons in the greenhouse. She said she had won prizes for them. She also said that if you wanted to have a look at Mr. Ponting's plums behind the potting shed, then he would happily give you a sapling. I said I had to get on with gardening, and I was delicately dealing with my box when you came back. I'd do anything for jelly tots.
See Maddie inhale sharply. Do you know what a head start is? Harry does. Hear Maddie start the hedge trimmer. Run, Harry, run.